Yesterday we talked about QAR, the question answer relationship. And we talked about if you understand the question, you know where to find the answer. So we talked about that you can deepen your understanding by asking a variety of questions. With the QAR, we figured out that there was 4 kinds of questions. There was 2 in the book and 2 in your head. First one was a right there question. Second one was think and search through the book. The third one is kind of the book, but it's also your head. It's author and me. And the last one, you don't even need the book, all by yourself. All by yourself. Okay? Today we're going to talk about how you can deepen your understanding by using conversation stems to talk about the text. Lots of adults are in book clubs. I don't know about you guys, but I love to talk about what I'm reading. It's even funner if you're reading the same book, because everybody knows what you're talking about. So, we're going to be working on a book club. It's going to be a big club. It's going to be a whole class. We'll do it a couple of days a week. But while we're doing that, it's going to be really important that you're able to have conversations about the book. And we know that conversation stems are just ways to get your sentences going. Okay? I'm going to pass these out and I want you to read them. And then we're going to talk about these conversation stems and talk about how we could use these. Just leave the extras at the back, please. What do you need?
Like our book talks, they're pretty much book talks, but with the same book.
They are.
And then we share our opinions.
Exactly. So, if, I'm going to give you an example of what we're going to try here in just a second. If someone is talking about their book, and I liked what they said, and I've kind of been thinking the same thing, I could use this conversation stem. I agree with you because I also remember in the book when that happened. So conversation stems are just ways to start sentences. You guys talk about your reading pretty well without the conversation stem, but these are here just to keep our talking going. So I'm going to give you a scenario, like I just did with me, and you're going to think of which one of these would maybe work. So turn knee to knee with your partner. Partner 1, give me a thumb. Partner 2. Lauren, you come over here and work with me. Well, just stay there. Can you guys scoot and she can just slide up here. All right, so here's what's going to happen. Partner 1, you're going to do it first. You ready? What one of these could you maybe use if you didn't understand what they were talking about? Partner 1, which one of these do you think you could use if you didn't understand what they were talking about? You know what? Talk about it.
Could you explain you say that because I think it's
What if you don't understand at all? Like, what if you have no opinion and you don't know what you're talking about?
Could you explain what you So what you're saying,
Good. Back to me, please. So depending on the situation, we would use different ones, okay? On this one, if we were confused and didn't really understand what they were talking about, we might say something like, what do you mean? What do you mean by, and then tell the part that confused you, you would say it again so that they could talk about it. You might say, could you explain what you mean? Or you might say, so what you're saying is, restate what they said to see if that's what you really heard and understood. Okay? So partner 2, it's your turn. Okay, I'm going to give you a different. You ready? You and your partner are talking, and you want them to prove to you what they're talking about. Which one of these could you use? Which one of these could you use?
Are you sure what part of the book made happen that? I don't know. Because in one of their
Hey, good, back to me. If you were kind of wondering whether there was proof, you could say to your partner, or to the person you're talking to, can you show me what part of the book made you think that? That's using evidence, okay? And there are lots of others, that's just one example. So what we're going to be doing when we're doing our book club is we're going to have these sitting with us today, and we're going to look at them, we're going to try to use them, okay? So I maybe would start the talking and say, in my opinion, and then maybe Thatch would say, I disagree with Mrs. Martin because, and then maybe Anton would say, well, I agree with her because. So we're going to use these to help keep our talking going, all right? Jaden?
It's like off of Scholastic, when at the end of the book, it's like when they were voting and kids say like I agree with it, and then another kid says I don't agree with it.
Okay, yeah, Thatch.
I think the one that's not on here is, can you prove what you're thinking?
And you know what? You guys have some really good ones that you don't even need. This is just to help you if you get stuck and you're not right sure what to say. You guys will have, I think our conversations will be fine, and we maybe won't even need to use these. But if we kind of get stuck, we may look down and think about it, and this might help us start the talk again. But I'm not too worried about us talking in here. This is just if you ever get stuck, just ways to help you get talking again. Okay? All right. Will you shut off the video, please?